Good evening, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Paranormal by the Sea. Tonight you find myself you find myself at a location. About a month ago, myself and Dolly put up a post on our socials and on YouTube and asked who would they like to come and do a lone vigil. And thanks, guys, you've actually chose me to come to this location and do this on my own. I'm quite nervous, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Myself and Dolly did come to this location at the beginning of our journey. It's in the middle of nowhere, completely isolated. It's a farmhouse. It's on farmland, so I'm very nervous that it's on farmland because you know how territorial farmers can be, guys, with their belongings and their land. But yes, since the last time we come to this location, we did actually have some messages on social media to say that apparently this house did have some sort of murder in it, but Dolly did try to look online to see if she could find anything to back this up, but unfortunately she couldn't. But what she did find was quite remarkable. The actual road that we're on has actually had several incidents of crashes, and unfortunately people have deceased on this road due to the crashes. But yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about this one, guys, I'm not going to lie. So let's get straight into the investigation.
You can feel the breeze, mindful of ghostly tales, washing up on the beach. Dolly is the believer, but Steve don't believe. Together they investigate.
Paranormal by the sea.
Paranormal by the sea. Is there really ghosts, or is it all just fantasy? Dolly is on a mission, she has something to prove. Steve is a true skeptic, together they're unmoved. Paranormal by the sea. Paranormal by the sea.
Paranormal by the sea.
Dolly stands her ground, so strong and so brave. Steve, being the skeptic, is so quick to run away. Debunk those jump scare sounds when there is drippage all around. If Dolly can't debunk it, she is backed up by Steve. If he can't debunk it, they ask the community. If the community can't debunk it, and they all agree, bringing in the evidence.
Paranormal by the sea.
Paranormal by the sea. Paranormal by the sea.
Paranormal by the sea.
Paranormal by the sea. Is there really ghosts, or is it all just fantasy? Dolly is on a mission, she has something to prove. Steve's a true skeptic, together they're unmoved. Paranormal by the sea. Paranormal by the sea. Paranormal by the sea. Paranormal by the sea.
So guys, there's the actual place that I will be investigating tonight. Those of you that have been here since the beginning may probably remember this location. We did actually get a bit of activity on the REM pod. As you know, guys, we don't really use equipment anymore, so we're going to dismiss that because they are quite unreliable. But what we are going to do tonight is I've brought some of Dolly's experiments, so I'm going to place them in the same room as we've got the REM pod activity, and if we do get anything off of those experiments, then that will make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm just going around the back, guys, just to get in. God, it's really freezing out here tonight. It's like -3. So guys, I'm at the front door. I'm not going to lie, a bit nervous. I can hear sirens in the background. But let's get straight into it, guys. I'll see you inside. So guys, I am on the inside. I must admit it has changed quite a bit since we were last here. A little bit more trash, unfortunately. This is a shell, guys. But what I am interested in, if we can actually communicate with those people that may have passed here due to the horrific crime that we were told about. I can hear something outside, guys, 1 second. That was strange, guys. I'm not sure if the mic is actually going to pick that up. It sounded like there was someone outside. But yeah, let's get straight into it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a few of Dolly's experiments. So yeah, I'll show you where I'm going to put them. Let me just turn you around. I mean, I could show you in here as well, guys. I mean, it's nothing special. It's just a shell, but unfortunately, I mean, look at that fireplace. I mean, unfortunately, it is in the middle of nowhere. I mean, last time we come here, there was actually like a pentagram drawn on the floor, but that's obviously gone now. But what I'm going to do is... So guys, I've got this little cat toy. It's got a bell in it. It's not one of the electronic ones. I'm just going to put that on the stairs. I'll show you where I pull it and see if it can come down. I mean, as you can see, guys, I've put it quite away from the step, so that's going to have some force to come down. And with myself in here, I'm going to use... I'm going to put a bell over here on the shelf. Just going to put that there, guys, because this is where we had the REM pod last time. And this is where we did get some activity. So I'm going to turn you around. So you can see me as well. Actually, I'm going to put myself over here. Can't quite see. Actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to put this anywhere, guys, unfortunately. So I'm just going to have it like this. So good evening to any spirits that may still reside in this property. My name is Steve. I'm usually joined with my partner Dolly, and we travel around the UK to abandoned locations and historic places. We come out in search of the afterlife once we've passed on. So if there is anyone here tonight, would you be able to make a knocking noise for me, please? Perhaps a walking noise? Or if you could go to the stairs, please. I have put a ball there. Perhaps you could push the ball down for me. It wouldn't take that much for you to do. And I would appreciate it. I must admit, guys, as you guys know, I am a skeptic. I'm not 100% believer of the paranormal. But I do feel quite nervous, but not for the fact of the afterlife. I'm nervous because we are in the middle of nowhere. I'm secluded. I have actually come out on my own tonight. I do feel a little bit vulnerable being on my own, because we're on farmland, and you do know how territorial farmers can be. You could probably see in my voice that I'm a little bit nervous. You may remember me from last time. We came here last time, probably about 8 or 9 months ago, possibly a little bit longer. We believe we caught activity with the REM pod. The device with the antenna on it, the aerial. I'm not sure if you remember us. I'm not sure, when you do pass over, do you have sense of time? As I said earlier, I have placed a ball on the bottom of the stairs. It's the third step up. Maybe if you're perhaps upstairs, maybe you're a little bit frightened, maybe you feel intimidated. Please don't feel intimidated in your own property. Please come downstairs and introduce yourself to me by knocking that ball over. I'm not too much a believer of the paranormal. Same with a lot of our viewers at home that's watching this now. Let me tell you a bit what I do. As I said, myself and Dolly, who is my partner, who isn't here, but she was here before, when we come here nearly a year ago. We go around the UK to historic places, abandoned locations, just to see how people once lived. Just to try and document if there is such thing as the paranormal. To document if there is something once we pass over. So if you can hear my voice, could you come towards it? Maybe you can make a knocking noise like this. I do have a bell that's in your front room. Last time we were here, we had a device that would make a noise. This device you just have to press. A little bell at the top. That bell's never gone off for us. So if you could maybe knock it or flick it, that would be very interesting. Because it physically has to be touched. No other elements can contribute to that going off. Very quiet, guys. I mean, it's a lot trashed compared to what it was before. As I said, it is a shell, but it is in the middle of nowhere. And where someone actually did say on socials that this place was subjected to a cruel and a horrific crime. Not sure if it's true, probably isn't. So if there is anyone here that unfortunately may have passed in this property through a cruel crime, perhaps you could come forward. Can't hear anything, guys. I mean, there's the kitchen, guys. Let me just take you in and have a little look. I mean, as I said, it is a shell, guys. But nevertheless, it is very, very creepy. I am now in your kitchen. There is a cupboard door that's open. Would you be able to shut one of them closed for me? we're just trying to establish, well, I'm trying to establish, sorry, if there's anyone here. And then we can, maybe, if you could knock, maybe we could use a knocking technique to answer some questions. To find out what actually happened in this location. If anything at all. I can hear some sort of ticking. 1 second, guys. That's not on. Just going to check outside, guys. As I said, I am on my own, so... As I said, guys, look, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Let me just quickly walk around here, because safety is important at the end of the day. There's nothing here. That's strange, but I am in the middle of nowhere, guys, so we've got to take into account of animals and that. So I've been here for probably about an hour now. Surely you know I'm not here to trash anything, because unfortunately the place is trashed. Can you, if there is anyone here, can you see the property the way I see it, which is in disrepair? Or do you see the property as you once lived in it, in its former glory, the way you decorated? Because there are lots of questions that myself would like to ask, even though I'm not too much of a believer of the paranormal. Maybe when you do pass over, do you come back to see your family? Can you have communication with your loved ones? Do you see other spirits? Is there a sense of time in your domain, in your world? Just going to sit here for a couple of minutes. Please feel free to make a noise. Please feel free to knock the ball down the stairs. It's on the 3rd step. Please feel free to tap on the bell, maybe knock on the glass or the metal shutters on the windows. Anything you can do for me would be great. So guys, I've actually got a question for you guys at home, if you could drop a comment. Last time when me and Dolly were here, yes, we used to use equipment, and that equipment was going off. We've come back this time, very quiet. Do you guys truly believe in the equipment? Or do you believe in the old traditional taps, knocks, bangs? Please put that in the comments. Was you a resident that lived here?
Do you like the REM pod? Yes.
Because if there is anything here, and last time they were manipulating the REM pod, then surely they should be able to go to the bell. That's my thought. Surely they could go to the ball on the stairs and push it down. That's just my thought, guys. If you could put something in the comments, because I'm not a true believer of the equipment myself. I believe there is a lot of natural elements that can actually contribute to those going off. I can hear very faint tapping. Not sure if you can hear that on here, guys. Is this you that's walking, maybe? I believe there is a lot of natural elements that can actually contribute to those going off. I can hear very faint tapping. Not sure if you can hear that on here, guys. Is this you that's walking, maybe? Could you perhaps walk down the stairs? It's probably just outside noise, if I'm being honest, and where I'm on my own, in the middle of nowhere, guys, I am a little bit, on edge. You could probably tell in my voice. And I've just noticed my light has actually only got one bar on it, and I actually had a full bar on that. I do understand it is cold outside, guys, so that can drain the battery. So maybe if that is you, potentially maybe taking the energy from my light, could you use all that energy and push the ball? Is that possible? I'm not sure what I'm hearing. I'm hearing these little noises. But it's a very old house. Oh, that's in the distance. That's like a train. Unfortunately, guys, I can't go upstairs because I've actually gone upstairs just to have a little look, just to make sure there is actually no one here. Not that there would be anyone here, but you never know. It's a little bit spongy upstairs with the floor, so I'm not going to risk going up there and going through. So I'll probably just stay down here for a little bit longer. As I said, I've been here probably about an hour and 10 minutes now. While I was setting up, getting, just understanding the noises of the house again, because obviously when you go into a place, you need to understand the noises inside these places, because then when something happens, you can go, yep, that's the door, that's the stair, that's this doing that. That's where I think a lot of people, not necessarily faking stuff, I mean, they probably jump on it a lot more. But myself and Dolly, we do like to come into locations, and we do like to spend at least 35-40 minutes just understanding the natural noises of the place. So then when we're doing an investigation, we can call it out as something environmentally's done that, or something within the property. So I'm probably not going to be here much longer. I would like to thank you if you have perhaps maybe been trying to communicate with me. We're not even sure that if you have passed at all, or we're not even sure if you have passed that spirits can communicate with the living. So if there is something that you could perhaps do for me, let's share an experience together. As I said, I'm not too fond, or well, fond is the wrong word. I'm not so much of a believer of the paranormal. Maybe you could come forward and do something for me, please. And then we can share an experience. Right, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to pick that ball up because obviously nothing's going to happen with that. I'm just going to focus on the bell for a moment, because this is where, if you guys have been here from the beginning, this is where myself and Dolly did have the REM pod last. I'm not sure if I just heard a noise then, or it's me. Because obviously pareidolia and all that, when you be in places, the fact that I'm on my own, my senses are heightened. Just going to call out one last time, and then I'm going to leave you in peace. Is there any spirits in this property that would like to come forward to communicate? Any passing spirits? Or perhaps any old residents of this place? Now is your time to come forward. Now is your time to make yourself known. So guys, there you have it. There's the lone investigation. I'd like to thank everyone for your support. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to investigate with us. Oh, there's actually someone turned up.
Feel the breeze, mindful of ghostly tales, washing up on the beach. Dolly is the believer, but Steve don't believe. Together they investigate.
Paranormal by the sea.
Paranormal by the sea. Is there really ghosts, or is it all just fantasy? Dolly is on a mission, she has something to prove. Steve is a true skeptic, together they're unmoved. Paranormal by the sea. Paranormal by the sea. Paranormal by the sea.
Paranormal by the sea.
Dolly stands her ground, so strong and so brave. Steve, being the skeptic, is so quick to run away. Debunk those jump scare sounds when there is drippage all around. If Dolly can't debunk it, she is backed up by Steve. If he can't debunk it, they ask the community. If the community can't debunk it, and they all agree, bringing in the evidence.
Paranormal by the sea.
Paranormal by the sea. Paranormal by the sea.
Paranormal by the sea.
Paranormal by the sea. Is there really ghosts, or is it all just fantasy? Dolly is on a mission, she has something to prove. Steve's a true skeptic, together they're unmoved. Paranormal by the sea.